Thanks again to all of you for your endurance. I'm impressed with your perseverance tonight. And I've appreciated the opportunity to visit with you. I'm running for Congress because I love freedom. And I am outraged by the current Congress's encroachment on our freedoms. Freedom means that we're entitled to the fruits of our labors, accepting only the minimal amount necessary to fund the constitutionally authorized duties of the government. Freedom means we make our own choices. We can make wise choices and enjoy the blessings that follow, or we can make foolish choices and suffer the consequences, but they are our choices. Now the federal government is busy engaged in trying to make sure that nobody can fail. Nobody's going to be sick, nobody's going to be hungry, nobody's going to be sober. But here's the problem. You cannot suppress the freedom to fail without also suppressing the commensurate freedom to succeed. We've seen evidence of this in the bailouts. The executives and shareholders and bondholders who made imprudent decisions should suffer the consequences. But instead, the U.S. Treasury says you, the taxpayer, will suffer the consequences. Likewise, in the health care reform bill that is being negotiated behind closed doors, even as we speak, it illustrates H.L. Mencken's dictum that the urge to save humanity almost always cloaks the urge to rule it. Well, I could go on, but I'm running for Congress because I care about freedom. In the end, I have 4 very important reasons for caring what happens in Congress. Their names are Madison, Jonas, Ariel, and Benjamin. I thank them, most of all, for coming tonight, and their mother, my wife Elaine, for supporting this. Good night.
Thank you, David Harmon. Next, Mr. Tony Amador.
Thank you for hosting the event, and thank you, folks, for coming here tonight and spending a bit of time with us and getting to know us. The time has come to take our country back. You have listened tonight to various questions and answers. As candidates, we agree on about 90% of the issues. They range from water, taxes, jobs, Second Amendment rights, and on and on. Let me remind you of where I stand. I support the institution of marriage as between a man and a woman and have taken the No New Tax pledge. I support the suspension of AB 32, the California version of cap and trade, which is destroying our jobs and economy through higher and higher taxes. What separates us is our varied experiences. You need to judge us on the experience and toughness needed to represent you in Washington. As the recently retired United States Marshal, I have been vetted by the President of the United States and received a thorough background examination to obtain a top secret clearance. I have government experience at the local, state, and federal levels that I believe can serve you best. And serve is the operative word because it is service to the public and not an inflated ego or personal gain that should guide our decision to run for office. On a personal note, I am the son of immigrants who also endorses the right of our nation to control our borders. National security is of utter importance to our country. I am 12 or 14 brothers and sisters who appreciates what this great country has to offer if we do things right. As a former police officer with extensive law enforcement background, I understand crime issues and safety concerns. We are at a tipping point in politics when we either stop the liberal zealots in Washington or continue down the road to socialism, which threatens our own freedom and democracy. Join with me and help me take the country back. I'm ready to do the job. Thank you.
Tony Amador. And concluding statements from Ms. Elizabeth Mencken.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Frank. This is a big effort. Thanks to Frank, huh? And really, I got to tell you, the number one thing I'm getting out of tonight is I really did feel like when I was in Washington, I was watching a train wreck, and no one else was noticing. I'm so comforted to see you all here tonight. Please come see me afterwards. I'd love to get to know you if I haven't already talked to you tonight. Let me tell you why I'm running. Why do I want to be your Congresswoman? Because I'll tell you why. It's very simple. Because while follower McNerney and leader Pelosi think that their House of Representatives can and will save America. I believe that we must be saved from Leader Pelosi and follower McNerney's view of this nation. We have to save our country. It's that simple. It sounds a little dramatic, but it's time for us to come back in a big way in 2010. Let me tell you, 2008, big pivotal year for me. I didn't like the way I saw conservative women treated in this country. We are standing up for our values. We're standing up for family, and we will not be silenced. The stimulus bill I saw firsthand. I saw what a boondoggle that was. I saw Jerry McNerney outside the Energy and Commerce room during the health care bill. Tried to talk to him about some of what was going on. He had absolutely no idea about the bill that was in his committee. That was the turning point for me, and that's why I'm running. I am experienced in Washington, but I'm not a professional politician. There is no one who will seek your vote here tonight that has participated in the passage of more legislation that has helped more people, including the incumbent congressman, than I have. Love for you to review my record. I'm Elizabeth Emkin. I look forward to representing all of us in Congress. I will lead with integrity, humility, and generosity. Those are the key traits that you need in your representative. Thank you so much, and may God bless the United States of America.
Now, closing statements from Mr. Brad Gearing.
Thanks, Frank, and thanks to the South San Joaquin Republicans for putting on this event tonight. And I want to thank you again. You guys are the patriots in this room, along with my wife, Kristen, for allowing me to run. You know, tonight you've heard me talk about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You've heard me talk about defending our Constitution and my commitment to doing that. One of the things you didn't get a chance to hear me talk about tonight, but my concern about our children, your children, our grandchildren, and the future of this country. I respect the candidates that are up here, but we need to talk about the primary, and we need to talk about differences that are up here. You've heard a lot of similarities tonight. One of the big differences between myself and the rest of the candidates is that I've gotten the support of nearly every Republican elected official in the Valley portion of the district, and we're getting endorsements in the East Bay as well, from Sheriff Rupp in Contra Costa County to Sheriff Moore, the Assemblyman, entire city councils, numerous mayors, supervisors, list too numerous to mention here tonight. But what that spells out is that spells out support, community support for this campaign. And there's a lot of good ideas that were presented here tonight, but when it comes time in June for the primary, you guys need to decide also, as well as who parallels your values and goals, who can take out Jerry. Who's got the muscle and the clout behind them to do that? So it's an important choice that you guys make. I've explained to you why I don't need the job tonight, that I simply want the job. I want to represent you. And the luxuries that affords me that most candidates don't have. And I'm not just saying candidates here, but a lot of candidates. I want you to know that I'm going back to Washington to defend and protect the precious Constitution of the United States, and that's my commitment to you, and that's my commitment to the district. There's only one of us that has a horsepower to take out Jerry McNerney, and I'm that candidate. Thank you.